All right, we'll go right into it. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Lloyd, then we'll go to student athletes, ask their questions, and then we'll dismiss them and get back to Coach. A reminder, if you have a question, just raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you, name and affiliation before asking your question. Coach, if we can get an opening statement.
Yeah, well, first off, congratulations to Duke and John. They played awesome today. They were a machine on offense, and we just couldn't get enough stops. So wishing them the best of luck moving forward. Super proud of our guys. I mean, our guys really hung with it this year, and the season was obviously an adventure, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I learned so much about myself, and I think these guys learned a lot about themselves in our group, and just for us to hang in there and give ourselves a chance, to make a run in the NCAA tournament really says something about, the character of these guys that we had in the locker room, and honestly the character of our coaching staff. When you're at a place like Arizona and you hit some rough waters, it can be tough, but we persevered, and we're better for it, and our program's better for it. So, I'm gonna miss Caleb. Obviously, he's had an amazing career, and I'm so excited for his future. And I know, he was tremendous today, and he's gonna wake up tomorrow and he's gonna smile because he has a lot to look forward to, and so I'm really, really proud of him. And and JB, was just rock solid for us all year, and we had to ride him hard as our point guard, and the only reason he played 30 minutes today is because he had foul trouble. So he was exceptional all season. And Henry, the progress he made is well noted. So really proud of him and his development as a player, and know there's so much more room to grow. So I'll let you guys get these guys some questions so they can go hang out with their families.
Okay, if we have questions for the student athletes, we'll start right here in the front row.
Jackson Shanks, Seton Hall Center for Sport Media. Caleb, 2 straight games where you've played 40 minutes, every minute on the floor, and you've scored 63 points across these past 2 games. Can you share the emotion behind these final 2 performances in your collegiate career?
I just want to thank each and every one of my teammates and my coaches for sticking with me, as a person, first and foremost, because, I went through a lot transferring from, my other school, and, they took me under their wing, and, they accepted me for who I was. And, I just want to give all my thanks to them because, without them, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be the player that I've grown to be. And, the points are, good, but, the relationships that I've built over the course of my career, especially at Arizona, I give all my thanks to them.
All right, we have 2 raised hands in the Zoom, so I'm going to start with Wildcats Radio 1290. You guys should be able to talk right now.
David Kelly, Wildcats Radio 1290. Jaden, just speak to what Caleb meant to this team and to all of you guys with the way that he played in this tournament, scoring 15 straight points at 1 tonight. And then for Henry, just what were some of the difficulties in recognizing those lobs that they were getting at the rim?
We'll start with Jaden.
Like C-Love said, he's a great player, but, I feel like we all build a relationship off the court. You don't see, the workouts and, the stuff that we do off the court. Y'all don't see that. And he really took all of us under his wing. He's a leader. He's been through so much, and, he's taught us all so much. So we're definitely going to learn a lot, miss playing with him. Just a great guy.
And Henry?
Yeah, definitely was hard with Cooper. He's a freak athlete, so you definitely have to be a little bit higher up because otherwise he's going to get through the rim. So you kind of have to play in between, and they were great at recognizing it, so they threw a lob over me. But I want to answer the same question about Caleb because I just want to say something. If anybody ever thinks he's not a good teammate, it's not true. He's the best teammate we have. He's one of the better person I've ever met. He's pushed me so much over the last 2 years. I'm so grateful for him. Tournament, I was struggling. He talked to me. He came up to me after I missed the first free throw because he's made me practice free throws after that game. After that, he just came up to me. He's like, "Hey, we worked way too hard. You got this." And like after that, I didn't miss a free throw. I made 7 in a row, and like I just want to set the record straight for any scouts, anybody who thinks he's not a good teammate. He's the best person. Everybody loves him on the team. There's no problems with him. The best person we have.
All right, our next question is also coming from Zoom. We have Chris Brown from AZ Bandcat Sports. Chris, you should be able to talk.
Hey, y'all. Congrats on the season. Just was wondering if everybody could share a favorite memory or their favorite memory from the season.
We'll start with Caleb, then go to Henry, then Jaden.
It's hard to pinpoint, one moment or one, memory. I just say the whole season because we went through so much adversity, especially, after we came back from the Bahamas. Us, starting out 4-5, it's tough for a team to, fight through that. We could have went the other way, and we didn't. We fought through it. Adversity. We stuck together, and I just the memories. It's a bunch of them, but I just say just spending time with these guys. Spending time with them in the locker room. Off the court, going to dinners, having team bonding outings, going bowling together, the bus rides, the plane rides, everything under the sun. I feel like we just connected on a different level, and I appreciate all my teammates for accepting everybody as a whole. The coaches did a great job, especially Coach Lloyd. He's one of the best, if not the best coach at building a culture here at Arizona, and he takes pride in that, and we take pride in that as well.
Henry?
All these moments over the season, like just bonding with the team and like just spending time together. But I feel like for me, especially as like a part of the team, like after the game against UCLA, after we lost, like we just really came together as a team and we locked in for the rest of the year. We just kind of really thought about like what we need to do when we kind of came together, and I feel like that was so special, especially like after the game against Baylor. Like we really felt like we got our mojo back.
And Jaden?
Yeah, I was just say the overall season. We started off losing record, and it's easy to kind of split after that. Start thinking about next year, start thinking about your next move. And I feel like this team, we came together, and we smiled. After a loss, it's not easy, but we smiled, came together, and we knew it was going to be brighter on the other side.
Okay, we're going to dismiss the student athletes at this time. Congratulations on a great season, fellas. Take questions for Coach Lloyd at this time. We will start in the back, almost directly in front of me.
Jeff Borzello, ESPN. Obviously, you played Duke in November and then again tonight. What was the biggest change that you saw from them as a team, and then just in terms of Flag's development, what did you see from him?
Well, his shooting's gotten so much better. He makes 3 of 5 from 3 today, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, and just his ability to play make. They've done a great job. They really, they're a team that they come down, they have a plan, they know what they want to get, and they're able to get to it consistently, which is hard to do. We're not a bad defensive team, but they made you feel like it for long stretches today. So they've done a really good job creating certainty, and all their young guys have gotten better. Their vets like Proctor, and Sion James, he's impressive, have gotten better. Even a kid like Pat Ngongba has gotten so much better over the course of the year, and it just, they got a lot of good pieces, and they all fit together.
We're going to go to Zoom, back to the Wildcats Radio 1290. You should be able to talk. Wildcats Radio 1290, are you there? You should be able to talk.
Tommy, just what did you think of the words that you just heard from Henry there about Caleb?
Well, listen, guys, I almost got emotional, and I'm trying not to get emotional right now. You can see we have great kids. Men, like everything they said today, I didn't say one word to them walking in here and said, hey, you need to say this, you need to say that, talk good about Caleb. That was all 100% authentic and from their hearts. The true essence of Arizona basketball, when you take all the accolades and whatever, the success, the failures away, is we got great people. and I'm really proud to be associated with these guys, and I'm just thankful, honestly thankful, and just a crazy gratitude, for how fortunate I am in my life to be where I'm at, and doing what I'm doing it, and doing it with who I'm doing it with. So just awesome dudes. And then about Caleb, like, listen, I mean, I've told you guys, like, the thing is that you guys know I don't lie, like, especially our local media. I don't lie to you guys. I tell you, the truth as I see it. And I mean, Caleb's a great person, and he's been through a lot. And, like, I hope everybody takes a step back, that is whatever they've been a hater or whatever, or pile on, and give this guy a real chance, because he's special. And this is what I know: when he gets there, the right team is going to wrap their arms around him, and they're going to see they got a guy who's been through it, and he's come out the other end. He's come out the other side of it better, and that is so valuable, to have gone what he's gone through and come out the other side. I think his experiences are going to give him an advantage over a lot of other guys that he's competing with for opportunities at the next level. But more importantly, I always tell Caleb, the most important thing I want him to do is just have a great life. And hopefully, eventually this basketball thing's gonna run out. And and I don't want him to define himself by what people thought about him in college, good or bad, because he's just such a great dude. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be a great husband someday. I know he's going to be a great dad. And probably could be a heck of a basketball coach someday. So I'm excited to see him move through his next journeys in life, and I'll always be here for him.
All right, we'll take one final question. It's going to also come from Zoom. We have Dan Tortora. Dan, you should be able to talk now.
Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Coach, at a time where this team is obviously hurting and they wanted to move forward, they spent this time in the postgame press conference building each other up, talking about their care for each other. What does that mean to you, to oversee a program that even in adversity is going to be so highly spoken of toward one another, and to have that positivity as they go forward?
Well, I mean, it's special. We have some core tenets in our program, and one of it is, we're going to be a program rooted in love, not fear. And you guys can see the love for each other, and we're going to play for joy. And then one of our other core tenets is we're going to enjoy other success as much as our own, and or more. So that to me, when you get to help young people, and really what could be a selfish game in a selfish industry, figure out how to combat that with love, acceptance, and just a true, genuine support for each other. I mean, it's pretty special.
Coach, we appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks.
Congratulations on a great season.